So it's kind of, again, it comes back to that kind of knowing yourself, but also, as I say, separating out who you are and what is genuinely you versus what are your behaviours and things that you can control. Taking ownership for those as much as anything, because it's always, a lot easier, as you know, to say to somebody else, well, you can control that, but to actually believe that you can control that and that you have that choice is massive. And I think we're all our own worst enemies when it comes to that kind of stuff, from the point of view of beating ourselves up, of telling us that we can't do things, of being really critical of ourselves. So not accepting that we have a choice, kind of that telling us, I should eat this, I should eat the salad, I shouldn't have the fries, that kind of stuff. And I will rebel against anybody. If somebody turns around to me and says, you shouldn't eat those fries, you shouldn't have the pizza, my answer is going to be, watch me. I can do what I like. The rebel in me will most definitely surface. And what's interesting is the rebel in me will surface if it's me telling myself that as much as if you were telling me that. So if I start saying to myself, you're not allowed to eat that pizza, you're not allowed those fries, you're not allowed that chocolate, then I'm just as likely to kind of swear at myself and say, you can't tell me what to do, and just force it down to make a point. I'm not sure who to or what that point is, but I'm making a point. Uh-huh. So by keeping it as a choice, so looking at it and going, okay, you can have the pizza. Do you really want the pizza? Yeah, I do. Okay, have the pizza. Enjoy the pizza. Don't go crazy on anything else. Make that a choice. Versus sometimes I'll be like, well, no, maybe I don't really want the pizza. If I was going to have a treat, I might choose something else. Let me just think about that. What would I really want? And go from there. And that's where I found it a lot better, just giving myself choices, trying to lighten up on myself, and accept that I can actually have any of it. If I want a pizza's not going to make me gain the £100 I lost. Lots of pizzas will. so it is about making those choices, having that balance. If I eat 10 pizzas in a day, I'm pretty sure I'm not burning off those calories. I'm not using those up. It's going to be stored somewhere. So accepting that and going, well, okay, there are choices to be made and I have to make those. So I can choose where I want to indulge and where I don't. If I am going to indulge, make sure I enjoy it. I really try and avoid, I'm not always successful, but those moments where you're kind of like eating something and then you turn around and you look for the other bit because there were definitely 3 pieces there and they're not there now, and you've only definitely eaten 2. So what happened to the other one? Because you've been watching TV or doing something else and paid no attention whatsoever. So, just trying to make it so that if I'm having stuff, I kind of know I'm eating it and know when it's gone and I've enjoyed it, and I'm not suddenly left going, I wish I'd really paid attention to the fact I was eating that because now it's gone and I didn't even notice. So there's loads around that kind of stuff. And I think the same on the exercise, getting to know yourself, working out what works for you. If I go back to my pre-PET days, for me, when I changed from trying to make myself to go to the gym in the evenings to going to the gym before work, all of a sudden it was so much easier. Now, for me in my life at that particular time, it worked. It won't work for everybody. But just that I was at the gym before I'd really woken up. I kind of didn't have to think about it. It was just part of the process. When I did have to go to the gym after work, going straight from work definitely meant it was more likely to happen than going home first. Going home first, it's so easy to get distracted by either what's going on at home or just your sofa. Your sofa has amazing properties for just calling you, particularly if you've had a hard day at work or any day at work. So I think trying to structure stuff, making sure if you're going straight from work, you've got all your kit, you've got everything ready. It's stuff that we hear and we say, and we kind of get, but it all really works. I think one of the biggest things for me when I lost the weight and when I started doing this job that kind of annoyed me a little bit was that all of those hints and tips I'd kind of dismissed as kind of, yeah, whatever, that can't possibly make any difference, were really true and helpful. And I kind of hated that. I was like, really? It is all those simple things. And you don't have to do them all. You just have to pick one or two and just put them in. And all of a sudden that becomes so much easier. And I'm stubborn and I like to make things difficult for myself, apparently. And that's what I did.